Why do pilots make terrible judges? Because regardless of the evidence, they always side with the plaintiff. Welcome to the stream. Happy Sunday, my friends. Thank you for being here. I hope you've had a wonderful weekend. Very happy to be here with you tonight. Not super happy to be playing this game, but I have so far failed to defeat it, so I thought we'd give it another try tonight and just gotta see how it goes. And after the torment and frustration that is sure to befall us, then we'll spend the rest of the evening relaxing with some Pilot Wings. We started Pilot Wings quite a while ago, and have a lot of unfinished business there yet. So two things on the agenda for tonight. Let me welcome in Buddha Fingers is first in chat tonight and has redeemed a hydrate right away. Thank you for that, Buddha Fingers. I hope you've had a wonderful weekend, my friend. That pun was not clear for takeoff. I thought it was okay. Considering how puns usually go around here. And we've got Lucent Jelly. Welcome in. Always happy to have you here. Of course, Jelly and Stream Kyle. Great to have you here. I hope your week's getting off to a great start. Eggs in this economy. I know. A carton of eggs is like, what, $1,000 nowadays? Loyal to Soil, welcome in, Loyal. Pleasure to have you here. This is epic. I wasn't expecting you, and now you're on. It's raining out, and the vibes are amazing. Thank you for being here, Loyal. Thank you so much for bringing us some good jank times. Stoked to see you on. Thank you for being here, Loyal. I don't exactly know. I probably owe a thank you to somebody. I'm not entirely sure. So I came back to Twitch tonight after not streaming for a couple days, and we've somehow gained like 30 to 40 followers over the course of a couple days of not streaming. So I don't know if someone's given me a shout out, or if someone has shared the stream somewhere, or if I'm being follow botted. I don't know if I should be grateful or alarmed. But we'll assume the positive. So whoever has shared the stream out there, or the shout out, thank you very much for that. There's way too many people here for me to call them all out in one go, but we appreciate having you on board for certain. So thank you for coming along. You'll get to 1,000 followers in no time, Jelly says. We'll see. That's kind of unprecedented growth. All right, so let's get to it, I guess. Oh. So this will be my third night. This will be my third night trying to conquer this game. It has not gone particularly well. We've played 3 Taz-Mania games, right? This is the Super NES version. We played it on the Game Boy and the and the Sega Genesis as well, and all three of them are completely different games. And this has been far and away the most painful of them. I forgot we have to hit the button to collect the birds. So, if you haven't seen this game before, it's all about collecting birds. The yellow kiwis are the most important. Each level has a specific number of those that we are required to collect before that timer runs down. We've got a break, which I pretty much never use. We've got a spin attack as well, which I also pretty much never use. The main purpose of the spin attack seems to be to cause myself trouble. And there are bluebirds and redbirds. Bluebirds restore our health, and redbirds give us more time. When I was into aquariums, there was a saying, nothing good ever happens fast. Sonic disapproves. Of the limited amount of times that I've tried to play Sonic games, going fast is always a terrible mistake. The first handful of stages in this game are very misleading. Like, it seems like it could be okay, right? It's got a sort of unique style to it. You know, it doesn't particularly look or sound terrible. But the thing about this game, the thing that's really terrible about this game is that the difficulty ramps up to such absurd heights that within just a few levels it becomes virtually unplayable. Nice. I only played one that some of my cousins owned, but still gotta go fast. To be honest, the hype train could have something to do with the followers. It was supposed to boost to the top of the suggestions for a bit. I didn't know that. I didn't know that was I didn't know that was an effect of it. Well then thank you everybody. Never mind, it happened after. So far, so good. So far, so good. But let's not develop false hopes. I know it all. I know it all goes downhill. This game actually wouldn't be unbearable if only it had a password system. You get continues, but you don't get extra lives. It's only one life per continue. And once they run out, that's it. It's back to the title screen. All progress permanently lost forever. If they gave you, I mean, even if it wasn't every level, but like the game is divided into acts, which are subdivided into levels. Like if the game, if it just gave you a password at the start of every act, it would be manageable. But there's no mercy. Itorama, welcome in. Happy Sunday, Itty. I hope you've had a good weekend, and thank you for the pistachios. I'll be happy to enjoy a few of those. My favorite snack food. I ate a lot of, in addition to pistachios, I ate a lot of cashews and almonds. And here's the thing, I didn't even like cashews until a couple months ago. And now I eat them almost daily. But I get lightly salted cashews. And my almonds, I get almonds raw. I got some roasted and salted almonds recently. And I don't know, I really don't like them very much. I think they're overly roasted. They taste like right on the... They taste like maybe right on the edge of burnt. I don't know. Cashews are too good, Buddhafinger says. Stream Kyle says, I love cashews. Pistachios are pretty good too. Yeah, pistachios... Sorry, I keep kicking my microphone. That's gotta sound terrible. Wow, the level didn't wait for me to press start. It actually started the level. I thought it would stay on that screen indefinitely. Itty says, I'm the same. Never liked cashews until recently. Now I love them. Yeah, now I can't get enough of them. I always thought I hated them. Like, if I would get a jar of mixed nuts, I would pick around the cashews because I didn't like them. But Jelly had been buying them to snack on. And then just one morning, sort of semi-randomly, I saw him sitting there, and I was like, you know what? I feel like it's been a couple decades since I last tried a cashew. Let me give one a taste. And it was like a revelation. It was amazing. They're so good. I ought to try making a... I keep forgetting, but I keep meaning to make like a chicken cashew stir fry or something like that. Sort of try them in that kind of context. Now that I no longer fear them. I think that could be really good. That guy right there. That guy's a villain. If you interact, the motorcycle guy, if you interact with him, he gives you a random item. But even the, like, good items he gives you are not worth, they're not worth the risk of the bad items that he's far more likely to give you. No more cashew phobia. None for me. Have you ever got into sunflower seeds? Yeah, sunflower seeds are good. I usually, like, I would always get them in the shells, though, and, like, they're very tedious. It's very tedious to deshell sunflower seeds. Try cooking with cashew butter. What should I cook with cashew butter? Do I just use it like any other oil? Like if I'm gonna cook a steak, do I put cashew butter in the pan instead of oil? That seems like a... I mean, we're talking about how eggs are expensive, but I mean, beef is also terribly expensive, right? That seems like a very high-risk experiment. Oh, speaking of steaks, that guy dropped one for me. The red bird is the most important item in the game. I always need to collect the red bird. Nice. That one came right to me. You do earn extra credits. They can be given out. That guy that I don't trust on the motorcycle, he can actually give them out as items. So, like, you would think that I would always want to interact with him so that I could get those extra credits, but it's so rare. It's so rare that he gives me that, and so much more common that he just injures me. I can't take that risk. One injury from that guy can easily cost me a credit. Nice. Two for one. Cashew butter is like peanut butter. It's not butter, okay. Is it good? It can be, absolutely. I can't think of any, like... I can't think of any recipes that I actually use peanut butter in. Aside from, you know, like some, like maybe like a no-bake cookie. I do like peanut butter. But I always just have it in, like, a peanut butter sandwich. Or maybe like a peanut butter and banana smoothie. I used to make smoothies with peanut butter and milk and banana and oats for breakfast. That was like my daily breakfast for a long time. It was a peanut butter banana oat smoothie. I still eat basically the same breakfast a lot of the time. I don't have the oats. Like for a lot of times for breakfast, I'll have milk, almonds, and a piece of fruit, which it's a very similar breakfast, but I don't bother to whir it up anymore. And I don't have the oats as often. I do like to have oatmeal. Stat Cat, welcome in. Happy Sunday to you. I may have made I may have posted a comment that got a lot of upvotes on Reddit about you and your channel. well, thank you for that, my friend. I was curious about that. I was kind of speculating at the start of the stream. I said, I don't know if someone gave me a shout out or shared a link or if I'm being follow botted. Oh, thank you very much for that. I do appreciate you sharing the stream. I don't know how many followers happened. Well, yeah, I came back like over the past couple days. We've gained like 40 followers. It was pretty. I have to tell you, I was pretty stunned. I was pretty stunned when I came down here. I thought I need to be very grateful or very alarmed. I kind of suspected. I will say, like I was being guarded, but I kind of suspected it was probably more good than bad because there was also a new sub in there. Hoshi Sabi has subbed to the channel. So if you're lurking, thank you, Hoshi Sabi. I sent a whisper to thank you right before we went live. So hopefully they'll get that. But because of that, I suspected it was probably a good thing, but you never know. Oh, We're so close to clearing the stage. Unless a red bird drops directly on me. So close. One away. Yeah, 45, somewhere around there. I think I was at 9:05. And we're at 9:44 right now. But, you know, those numbers, that number, the follow count, it goes up, it goes down. It's a little bit like the tide. Is that a sleeping Kirby beanie? It sure is loyal. I'm glad you noticed. I'm rather fond of it. This is a new beanie. I actually got this for Christmas. I haven't worn it on the stream yet. I was thinking, oh, I should just save that and show it off when we play a Kirby game. I was thinking I'll play a Kirby game. But the stuff we're playing, like we're playing long games now, so it's gonna be a while before I can actually fit a Kirby game on the schedule again, so I was like, I can't wait anymore. I like it too much. I'm just gonna wear it. I also needed to stretch it out a little bit. It was a little, it was a little tight on my big noggin. Now it's just about perfect. I do enjoy my video game beanies. I've got a couple. Unfortunately, like, you know, when you order them offline, I've got a very large head, so I've been burned by a few of them that don't quite fit. I've got a really nice sort of retro Mario one that's just way too small. And I've got a weird one that's it's Mario's head on Mega Man's body, but again, it's just way too small. Jelly's pretty good with the sewing machine though, so she may be able to cut the seams and add some fabric in at some point to make them appropriately sized for me. I tried to learn to use the sewing machine when I was in high school. I was dreadfully terrible at it. Nothing ever came together. All I managed to do was just tangle up a bunch of loose thread all over the place. I'm the outlier in my family there. My whole family, like my mom, my dad, my sister, they're all very skilled at like fabric crafts. They can sew and crochet and quilt, and they can do all these things, and I don't know, it missed me. I'm just hopelessly clumsy at it all. Kind of like I'm hopelessly clumsy at this game. Look at this. This is the second time The second time, I'm time over with one bird left to get, and look, there it is right ahead of me. They even sent down a red bird just to add insult to injury. Alright, let me just stop for a moment here and catch up. Whoop. Why'd it become unpaused? Pause the game! What are you doing? The pause button refuses to work. I wanted to read the chat, but I can't because I can't pause the game. My goodness. Oh, it's select. It's one of those games where select pauses. Why does select pause? The start button doesn't do anything. Why is select pause? Oh, disgusting. Alright, Buddhafinger says, anywhere you put peanut butter, you could put cashew butter, smoothies, baking, also like maybe a curry. Curry is something I feel it's Stat Cat's fault. Way to go, Stat Cat. Yes, thank you, Stat. Thank you, Stat Cat. Thank you again. Curry is a food like I feel like I should like because I like spicy things, right? But I've never found a curry that I've been able to get into. Someone could have wanted to watch a VOD. I've thrown my Prime sub at someone to see a VOD before. Oh, do the VODs. So when you're subbed to a channel, I don't think I've ever noticed. So when you're subbed to a channel, it takes the ads away for the VODs too. I never thought about that. It's not letting me sub or use channel points. I don't know why that would be. Huh. Some channels won't even let you play a VOD without a sub? Oh, I didn't know that. Huh. I don't know. I don't ever really tinker with those kind of settings. For like the channel, like the ad frequency or length or whatever. All of those things, I just leave it whatever the default is. Oh, here we go. Well, thank you for the 7 months, Stat Cat. Thank you very much for all the support. It was Firefox for some reason. I've been having a lot of trouble. So I used Firefox for like to have the creator dashboard up. I had it always up in Firefox until like a month ago. I can't get it to work anymore with Twitch. There's something there. It's not just you. I can't get Twitch to work properly in Firefox anymore either. But thank you very much for the Substat Cat, and thank you for the wheel as well. We'll spin that in just a moment. Let me finish catching up with the chat here. I love that Beanie Loyal says. That makes things way cooler. Well, thank you, Loyal. I thought it would be. That was another thing. I thought that this beanie was perfect for the new comfier version of the Agent Frownie stream, where we're cozy on the couch and I was gonna pass out, but now I'm gonna hang out with you for a few hours once I get off the phone. Always happy to have you here, Loyal. Don't let me keep you up if you need the sleep. Don't let me be cruel to you. I want to have you here, of course, but I don't want it to be at your expense. That's all I've been doing for the past 2 days, StatCat says, repairing stuff like jeans, backpacks, sweaters. Yeah, I tried. I've I've never developed the talent for it. I tried, like, I did a needlepoint project one time and it was a disaster. I'm just really just not good with fabric and thread. Greg's Retro Channel, welcome in, Greg. Happy Sunday to you. Weird design choices? What's that in reference to? Get one of those Game Boy sewing machines. That's the trick. That's what I needed to do. And make it a Game Boy game and I could do it. Yeah, select pauses. I love curries, Loyal says. Yeah, I've never gotten into it. Keep forgetting about the wheel. Well, here it comes. Derek Ocean, welcome in. Hope your week's getting off to a good start, my friend. Got tomorrow off. Thanks for being kind. Excellent. I hope you've got some fun things ahead of you for tomorrow. Just have to keep at it if you really want to learn it. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I just didn't. I guess I never had the proper motivation to stick with it long enough to really learn. It didn't come to me very easily, so I gave up on it earlier than I should. I also, you notice though, I said all of my family's good at it. You see, so that's the thing. I've never had to learn to do it for myself. Because if I really need a sewing project done, I can always I have an overwhelming number of people that I can turn to and say, "Could you do this for me?" So rather than risk, having to do it myself and having it poorly done, I can have someone who's already way better at it than I am to do it that I can trust to do a good job. I know select being paused is the worst. All right, so it's a little darker in here. One of my bulbs is out, so it's slightly darker in here than it should be. Apologies if you can't see the wheel very well or anything else because of it. I don't think it's very easy to see the wheel anyway. So we'll give it a spin and we'll sample a hot sauce, whatever it lands on. The various sauces on the board are in the chat there, along with their odds of being selected. The only one we've never tried is the ghost pepper sauce. It's got the slimmest odds, so probably take us a while to land on it. We have sampled everything else. Not the bear bulb, our poor mascot. That one I'm scared to turn on at all. That one feels like a fire hazard. And I got wheat crackers as our preferred method of delivery for the hot sauce. And don't need the whole thing. Crack it in half. I did a bad job of splitting that in half. All right, let's see what the wheel has in store for us. Fire roasted. Purple is a fire roasted habanero and garlic. It is the fourth hottest sauce. Or well, it's the second hottest sauce. It's 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5 stars for the heat. So the second hottest sauce. It's gonna hurt a little bit. Let's go, ghost pepper. I'll put it on the smaller half of cracker, so it's less diluted. I try to do about a fourth of a teaspoon of sauce, which can be quite a bit. I think that's a fairly generous blob. Oh, I'm scared. what starts off so pleasant. You know what? It's not hitting me that hard. It's a little bit acidic and a little bit smoky. Here's the thing though. Maybe I should have mentioned this before. I'm a little desensitized right now. I had tacos for dinner. The wheel isn't going to hit me like it normally would. Because I had spicy tacos for dinner already. I forgot about that. Yeah, I season them with I just get like a seasoning packet, but I put in a bunch of extra cayenne, and I have that Taco Bell Diablo sauce. Challenge is accepted. We're gonna spin this wheel until we ghost pepper. I mean, that's the idea, right? Yeah, so I don't even really, even though this sauce, I know this sauce is hot. It's got a pretty good flavor to it. I like the garlic in it. I'm already immune from my taco dinner. uh, Ramped up pre-gaming the heat. I did. It's good stuff. I want to put a couple drops of Dave's hot sauce. Dave's what's it called? Dave's Insanity sauce. I put some drops of that in there too. That Dave's sauce doesn't mess around. I put you see the blob I put on these crackers. I made some popcorn chicken one day, and I put a blob of that Dave's sauce on it the first time I tried it, onto a piece of popcorn chicken, and ate it, and I thought I was gonna die. I was choking. I lost the ability to breathe. It was a nightmare. Sure, he has the unfair advantage. I did. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cheat. I just love spicy food. What can I say? Derek said I finished up Dead Rising 4 tonight. It was really good. The end surprised me. Not sure how I felt about it. I don't even think I knew there were 4 Dead Rising games. Oh, I was thinking of Left 4 Dead. Uh-oh. No! Taz's mom is a one-hit kill. Instant death if she catches us. Nice. Usually when I pass the kiwi, I have no hope of catching it. That time we actually got him. I don't think the guy on the motorcycle, I don't think he can drop any items that equate to more time. If he did, if I was sure that he could drop time, I would interact with him at every opportunity, because it would be worth it to gain time. But I've only, he drops meat, which I think give us health. He does drop, roller skates and spring shoes that are supposed to somehow help us, but I don't know, they just hurt me. The roller skates, like, sure, it means I can travel faster, but what that means is I run into obstacles faster. But a lot of times, like, mostly it just seems like he's got a boxing glove that he punches us with, and that messes us up and costs a whole bunch of time. Or he's got a stick of dynamite that he throws at us, which is equally as bad, if not worse. So back to the SNES Taz. Yeah. Figured we'd give it another try. This is one, I don't know. I really doubt that I'm ever going to be able to beat this game. I think it's too hard and too balanced against the player. It's one of those games that feels like I mean, maybe I could beat it if I spent like 100 hours on it, but I don't think anyone is super interested in seeing me invest the time that it's gonna take to master this one. Is that old boy Ricky? Welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining us tonight. I hope you've had a wonderful weekend. I remember renting this. It's always been too hard. I couldn't agree more. It starts off pretty reasonable. Like, it seems like, oh, this could be a decent game. They tried to do something creative with it. You know, it looks alright, it sounds alright. I'm playing terribly now. But it's just just a few levels in, and they start throwing obstacles at you. It's just way too many. Like, it very quickly gets to the point where, like, just every step and I'm being hit by a truck or getting KO'd by my mom. Falling into the river. How far did you get so far? I'm not sure, Derek. I think we got to Act 3. So, like, 7 or 8 stages in, I think. Out of question marks. I used to add hot sauce and other spicy seasonings to most things. I was really desensitized to it. Now, though, I rarely have spicy stuff, so it doesn't take much. Yeah, I feel that. Like, my tolerance for spicy foods sort of ebbs and wanes as I if I don't keep up with it. It's not all right, this music. I mean, compared to some of the stuff I've been playing lately, you have to consider the bar that this game is set against is stuff like stuff like Disney's Tarzan on Game Boy Color and Barbie's Horse Adventure on Game Boy Advance. Like, this soundtrack is amazing compared to some of the trash that I've been playing in the past couple weeks. Of course, this has a speed run. Of course, the top speed run is 43 minutes. No, I don't want to hear that. Gotta go fast. Oh, that's awful news. 1 out of 10, how would you rate the hot sauce on heat, taste, and overall quality? The one we just had, the fire roasted? Oh, oh man, that's difficult. Heat, I would say like it's like a 7 out of 10. Taste tastes pretty good. Maybe maybe 7.5, maybe an 8. Overall quality, I mean, I guess an average of the two. 7.5. I'm not really good with ratings and stuff, like coming up with like sort of assigning numbers to things. I'm a hot sauce guy, Loyal says. I like the point system. I don't feel like I ever like grade things very consistently. Like when it's something that's sort of subjective like that. It's difficult to be consistent from item to item for me. Of the 4 sauces on the wheel that we've tried so far, I like it the second best, I would say. As long as you aren't doing flat numbers like a 7, you're good. 7.5 is a good rating. Oh. That Powerpuff Girls game made me want to rip my ears off. Which one, Stat Cat? We played way too many. You're a masochist. I do tend to play a lot of trash. Oh boy, Ricky. I play good games too. We've got sort of I aim for sort of an even mix of like of trash game playthroughs, classic game playthroughs, and then occasionally like challenge runs of kind of tough games that I really enjoy. The spin, I think, is only good for removing those fingers from our eyes. I mentioned the spin earlier and how I almost never use it. That's the one thing that it's consistently useful for. Nice breakfast mascot. Thank you. My wife does my artwork for the stream. I, for one, believe she's quite talented, and I'm very lucky to be able to use her talents to decorate the empty spaces of the stream. Had a glazed croissant the other day. 6 out of 10. Would kind of recommend. I don't think I've ever had a glazed croissant. Usually they're just, usually when I have them, they're just buttered. Hottest thing I have with any regularity these days is probably buffalo sauce. I like a good buffalo sauce. I like Louisiana brand hot sauce. Like, so far as like your regular, just sort of like mainstream Tabasco equivalent grocery store available hot sauces. The Louisiana brand is the one that I go to. I like that better than like Frank's or Tabasco or any of the sort of common ones. And I really like they have I don't see it in stock very often, but they do have a hotter variety of the Louisiana sauce, and I usually aim for that one if I can get it. It's still not you know, it won't set the whole world on fire, but it's nice. It's good stuff. Thank you for the follow, oh boy, Ricky. Definitely appreciate you coming on board with us. Thank you very much for that. That guy with the arrow is probably the guy that annoys me the most in the whole game. Just because the physics, the way that arrow works, the physics of that arrow make no sense, and it just disgusts me. Trash is a good angle, different, I like it. Yeah, especially for whenever I have a good excuse, right? So like January, it's very convenient to retitle January to Jankuary and play a whole bunch of garbage games. So that's what I've been doing. We've been playing a lot of Taz games the past couple weeks. If I can get, like, when I can get several games in a... When I can get several games of dubious quality within the same franchise, like, that's usually when I'm happiest, when I can do a little marathon of low-quality games that are all connected to each other. I wanted to say I had tremendous luck and was breezing through this level, but I've needed one kiwi for so long now. I'm actually becoming scared I'm not going to clear the level. Come on, one kiwi. Goodness me. All right, let me try and catch up with the chat here. Sorry, I'm falling really far behind. Nice breakfast. The Game Boy one. All right. Yeah, the Game Boy one. Well, the thing about that, it was 3 games, right? It went on forever. The Powerpuff Girls. Very difficult to escape. Even mix, StatCat says. Being challenged. I definitely recall there being far more bad games. You played literally every ET game. I mean, it's an even mix over time. You can't narrow in on too close of a window, right? Because, like, yes, when we were playing ET games, it was all ET all the time. But I mean, in October and November, I was playing Castlevania every single night. So, I mean, there are breaks from the endless mountains of garbage. Imagine being the developer on this game, wondering what you're doing with your life. They probably never worked on any games after this one, Derek says. You can hardly taste the buffalo. No crystal? No problem. Relaxing stream is relaxing. I don't know if Crystal is a brand of hot sauce, right? I don't know if I've ever had that, though. Zelder Dude, good to see you. Happy Sunday. More jank. I started the Last of Us show tonight. It's great so far, Derek says. Right on. Stream Kyle agrees. Me too. I did a watch party thing with a few other people. Everyone seemed to like it. Buddhafinger says, well, you're not entirely honest. Jankuary ended, but the jank held very steady. All right. Well, you know, I aim for an even mix. That doesn't necessarily mean I succeed in creating it. Reminds me of being young and renting low quality from the video store and convincing myself it was a good decision. I think we've all been there. Derek says, Mom and Sis like the show a lot. As a matter of fact, about a year ago, you started the Echo playthrough. I did, but I started Echo in Jankuary. It wasn't supposed to last such a giant portion of my life. I'm excessively inebriated, Zelder Dude says. Hopefully, pleasantly so. Hopefully you're being safe. I gotta wait an hour and 13 minutes for the wheel to renew, Loyal says. Mine too, Frownie. Mine too. How much of our lives Echo took up? It was agonizing. I know you said you felt guilty about reminding me to beat it, but I do appreciate that you encouraged me to stick with it and helped me to make it through. You definitely can't say an even mix. We're all traumatized and war-torn by the machine. I feel like I have to have the longest first playthrough of Echo the Dolphin on record. It's very difficult for me to believe that there's another first playthrough out there. No way, Buddhafinger says. I mean, maybe longer playthroughs have happened. Longer first playthroughs have happened, but have they been documented? Every time I see H.R. Geiger artwork, I get a twitch in my ears. Oh, I'm sorry. I've ruined the Alien franchise for you. Actually, the two guys that made this game worked on a variety of things. Yeah, I'm not actually surprised. I don't feel I don't feel like this game is necessarily incompetently made. Like, I feel like it's reasonably well put together. It's just, it's unreasonably brutal is what it is. One moved into production. He's a programmer on Gex Enter the Gecko. I have that. I have that on the Nintendo 64. Never tried it out, though. The other worked on Jet Moto 3 and a PS4 remake of Medieval. I've always thought I would like the game Medieval. I've never played it, but I remember when I was young, I remember seeing that game and thinking, it's a game with a skeleton knight. It's got to be amazing. It looks rad. I was jealous of everyone with a PlayStation. I don't need health, I need time. This game looks like they took a mini game and stretched it into, well, this game. That's not a bad estimation. Gex in a nutshell, this is as crazy as Christmas at Jackie Chan's house? I'm assuming that's a quote from the game. Gex looked to me like it's a parody game. Like it tries to spoof like movies and other games and stuff. That's what it looked like to me. Having never tried it. That's what Earthworm Jim 3D was all about too, right? It was supposed to be like a spoof game. I rented that one. I didn't get super far. That felt like a really good catch on that kiwi. Gex may be spoofing other games, which is an improvement, as this game is trying to spoof being fun. I don't know why there was an accordion noise happening. I don't know how to interpret that. Played a demo of Medieval on one of those Pizza Hut demo discs. Thought it seemed cool. Didn't get actual games very often, so I never played the full thing. Played through that demo a lot, though. I feel like that's one of the ways. I was most let down by the GameCube. Right? There weren't that many demo discs for the GameCube. I think I had one demo disc for the GameCube, and I don't think any of the demos on it were playable. It wasn't a demo disc, it was a commercial disc. I wonder if I still have that disc somewhere, because now that I think about it, it's not in with the rest of my games. Played a Jersey Devil demo a bunch. I don't think I know that game. Saw a video of the actual game once. Either my memory is wrong or the demo wasn't very representative of the game. In the PlayStation 3 era, there were game demos in the PlayStation Store. Oh, I got it! I was prepared to be profoundly disappointed when that red bird escaped from me. hilarious. Oh, why'd they make this game so excruciating? Why no passwords? You were in disbelief. You're sure that demos were dead? Hey, we cleared this level finally. Learned about Final Fantasy VIII from a demo, Stream Kyle says. I played that so much and finally got it for Christmas. I don't care what others thought, I love that game. That one seems, you know, for me, like I have no experience really to speak of with the Final Fantasy series, but that game seems pretty divisive. One of my really good friends in high school loved that game though. It's one of if not his favorite game. So you're not the only person I've heard of who really loves it. I was so happy. I was so happy when I turned on the Sega Genesis version of Taz-Mania and I saw that it was not a port of this game. That's one of my happiest video gaming memories. When I turned that on and saw, oh, thank heavens, it's a completely different game. Because that's the biggest problem with this game. This game would be good if only it were completely different. Some games still have demos, but apparently a study showed that releasing demos could potentially tank sales. Most don't do it, either because they don't care, or because they're warned about that study. Uh-oh. I need a lot of extra time. I've got just a completely unreasonable objective here. Please give me some red birds. I only need like 8 of them. I'm still hanging in there, Frownie. Thank you, Loyal. This is doing your taxes level hard. Oh. Hey, the secret to a simple tax return, just don't ever have any money. That strategy's treated me pretty well for decades now. But is it doing your taxes level slow? Welcome in, Master Tuesday. Happy Tuesday, my friend. Oh, please. This is one wild ride. How's everyone's night going, Loyal Ass? Any good dinners tonight? Well, I've already shared that I made tacos. They were spicy and delicious. I'm planning to make beans and rice tomorrow. I bought a bunch of stuff to make beans and rice for dinner, so I'm probably gonna have that a lot this week. I think I'll have fish with beans and rice on the side. And I'm not really sure what kind of fish, just whatever I've got in the freezer. Pretty sure I've got tilapia and catfish. Maybe some cod. I'll just pull out whatever looks good and pan fry it. Made homemade hummus in my Vitamix. Have to tell you, it's a Vitamix. Can't afford a Tesla, but I still want to brag. I've heard that they're worth it. The Vitamix. Like if you want something that can like really sort of liquefy any fruit or vegetable, that it's definitely worth it. But they're super powerful and they withstand the test of time. I've never used one myself, but I hear good things. I've definitely used other blenders and thought to myself, gee, I wish this was more powerful. It would be nice if this smoothie I made weren't so fibrous. Vitamix is king. I have a Vitamix, 100% worth it. Although I do have an EV. Oh, goodness. They're worth it, but you gotta use it. Yeah. I've had those bullet style blenders in the past, like a generic brand bullet blender, and I've got one now that's just another, it's just sort of generic blender brand blender, but it's like the sort of big sort of pitcher style one, and I don't know, I don't really use it a whole lot. You can actually run in the other direction, right? I could run toward the screen instead of away from it. That seems to have very limited usefulness. Well, let me catch up here real quick. Looking to get a Ford Maverick if I can find one. Was charging with 120 volts. The local fast charger. Just installed the level 2 charger in my garage last week. I don't know a whole lot about electric vehicles, I have to say. Around 200 miles of range in the wintertime. I'm in interior Alaska, so a lot of doubters here. Thankfully, most of my interactions have been relatively positive with people. Flux, good to see you. Where does he keep going? Where does who keep going? Taz? Me? Who are we talking about? Welcome in, and happy Sunday to you. I have this little blender someone was getting rid of. It's not that great, but it works fine for the milkshake once every few months. Yeah, that's about what I use mine for. I'll pull it out for the odd milkshake or some such thing here or there. If you don't need to pulverize smoothies and just make milkshakes, $30 Oster at Walmart's perfectly fine. Yeah. Silk of Rose, good to see you. Hope your week's getting off to a good start. And how's it going? I'm doing pretty well. Unfortunately, I'm playing Taz, so things could be better, but nothing to complain about in the grand scheme of things. It's a game that really just never wants to let you take your eyes from the screen at any time for any reason. It's always eager to punish you for the mildest of glances. Even a blink, even a poorly timed blink, can spell destruction. I don't think we have much more time left with this game. I'm about to run out of. I'm about to be sent back to the title screen. We're moments away from losing all of our progress, and when that occurs, it'll be time to change games for the night. After we're done with this, we're gonna switch over to Pilot Wings 64 for the rest of the night. And hopefully, you know, that game could be kind of frustrating, but hopefully it'll go much better for us. At least that game's fun. This game is wearing on me. Oh, you and me both, my friend. I will say, I think we will play this game at least one more time on the stream. Maybe two. I don't expect I'm ever going to beat it, but I will, unfortunately, subject us to it one or two more times after tonight. Who knows? At some point, like, maybe something in my brain will unlock, and I'll become a master of this game and defeat it easily. That happens sometimes. Sometimes I receive a strike of lightning from nowhere, and it comes together. But I doubt it. That's all. All-time good game is good. All right, let me catch up with the chat here real quick. Sorry, I've neglected you for a little while, my friends. Not all things are made the same, Buddhafinger says. I love YouTube vids where people tear them apart so you have an idea if the money went into the thing doing its job or just looking fancy. At least this Taz doesn't willingly eat bombs at every chance. I gotta tell you, Silk of Rose, I like the Sega Genesis Taz way better than this. At least I was actually able to beat that game. And yeah, overall, I didn't find it to be nearly as frustrating. A lot of people told me that it was horrifically bad, but compared to this one, I was pleased with it. I mean, it's probably the Sega Genesis Taz is probably the best Jankuary title I've selected this year. Sparrow! What a nice surprise. Hey, you Frownie sees the game. Oh, I have to go. Well, you're in luck, Sparrow. We're actually done with this one. This is SNES. I thought the sound effects are very sample-based. Yeah, this is the Super NES. But we're done with this game now. Flux says, I was sent Jordanian thyme leaves mixture with sumac, salt, sesame, citric acid. I'm not sure what you would use that in. Sure, lots of things. Bust out the Game Genie. I don't even own a Game Genie. I have a Game Shark for the Nintendo 64. I've never used it. That's the only I think that's the only cheat device like that I have. I had a friend when I was young. I had a friend who had a Game Genie for the NES, and I remember us putting in codes for Mario Brothers 3. But I think that's the only time I've ever really experimented with one of those. I joke, of course. I'm with you. I'm here with you through thick and thin, jank and masterpiece. Thank you, Sparrow. It certainly means a great deal to have you here by my side, my friend. Someday he might play Echo too, though. I kind of have to. I kind of have to play it at some point. It's gonna be a sad day when we start that game up. All right, my friends. Thank you for putting up with Taz. I appreciate you enduring this game with me for another 2 hours. It hasn't gotten any better. I think that level we were on, I think that's the best I've done. Is that level? I can't say unless the level after it is the same as it. I can't say that we've made it any further than that. Oh, very nice. We've got some friends coming in. Silo Cat, good to see you. Welcome in. Thank you for the raid and welcome to your friends. I hope you didn't come here specifically for Taz, because we're actually done with Taz. I'm just chin wagging a little bit. We're actually switching over to Pilot Wings at the moment. I just ran out of lives in Taz, and if I start up another attempt, that's another 2 hours of our life sucked into this game, and I don't think I can do it tonight. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you came for Taz. But Pilot Wings is a good time. How was Triangle Strategy it looks like you were playing? How did that go for you tonight? I needed someone who appreciated old school graphics. Thank you for thinking of me. I certainly am a retro fan. Triangle Strategy is nice, but exhausting. Spent all stream on one fight. I hope you were victorious. Died the first time, had to level grind a bit and try again. Is that a Shay the One? Welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining us. I liked this game for some reason. I will say this game starts out well. It starts out promising. The first few levels are not bad. Like, it's an interesting concept. They didn't just do a side-scrolling platformer. I would have liked it better if they did, because all the games I like are the same thing. I could appreciate that they went with an interesting concept. It sounds good, it looks good. All of that's fine. The trouble with this game is they went so brutal on the obstacles that you get a few levels in and it's just agony over and over again. I know this whole game is behind the back style game. So you might be thinking of the one on the Sega Genesis. That's a traditional side scroller. That one I thought was not terrible. People told me that game was really bad, but I thought it was okay. It's rough. It's imperfect, but it's the best Taz game I've played so far. I've played 3 of them. I'd say Sega Genesis one easily wins. Taro wins, welcome in. Last 2 streams on one fight for SiloCat. Hey, we've all been there, right? I mean, I'm working my way through my first playthrough of Dark Souls, right? I'll spend a couple weeks on a single fight. Full fight was over an hour long, but we did it in the long run. GG, SiloCat. Way to go. That sounds intense. I'm happy for you. Man, an hour-long fight is no joke. I'm glad you made it through. Yeah, this one is on the Super NES. So far I've played Taz-Mania here on the Super NES. I can't beat this one. I've tried a few times. It's too hard for me. I'm gonna keep trying it. I'm gonna give it a little bit more. Not tonight. We're done with it for tonight. I am gonna try it a little bit more, but I got my doubts that I'm gonna make it through. As sad as much as that breaks my heart, I don't think I'm cut out for making it to the credits in this game. We've also played Taz-Mania on the Game Boy. That's like a side-scroller type game. That game is alright. I mean, it's sluggish, and the field of view is too small, so it's frustrating to play. But we made it through. And the Genesis one, that's the best Taz game we've played so far. Just a side-scroller type game. I was so happy when I turned on the Sega Taz for the first time and I saw that it was not the same as this game. I was so happy. All right, my friends, but we're gonna switch over to Pilot Wings. We started a playthrough of Pilot Wings 64. We've done about half the game, I think. So we're gonna jump back into that. I'm gonna step away for a short moment and take a quick BRB while I change the consoles over. So I'll play a song for you, and I'll see you again very shortly on the other side of the break. Sorry to kind of run away as a lot of people are coming in. I do appreciate you joining us, Raiders. And yeah, hopefully if you want to chill with some Pilot Wings, just stick around. I'll see you in a few minutes.